that's no real excuse. It's tough. It's a tough thing playing midweek, but I still think we could have won the game. It was 6-0 with about 15 minutes to go, and
the phenomenal handling of Ettinghausen. There's Brad Webb unfortunately putting one down. Now the incredible handling of this fellow and his ability to kick and chase and his pace. I thought there should have been a penalty to Cronulla at the end of this, but the referee thought otherwise. Some of the South Sydney players, as I would have done in a similar circumstance, made sure he could.
It's wide for Staines. Western Suburbs, they're in for a hiding this afternoon. Ettinghausen kicks it forward. Cross it at Ettinghausen. Ettinghausen's going to win the race. Cronulla try. Oh, not a pretty scoreboard for West.
Back for Green. To the air. Good kick this one. Oh, it's easy. No, it's not. The referee has stopped. He's looked at his touch judge. Cronulla are racing. Cronulla thinks they've got a try, and he's given it. Cronulla Sutherland.
Stewart throws the dummy. Meninga. Oh, it comes out of Ettinghausen. Ettinghausen with pace. Ettinghausen kicks in field, and Stewart and Joy. Lions and Lions. And we saw Ettinghausen again. This beautiful kick on the infield as he brings it on the inside. And here it is, Lions, who finish. Come the open side through Stewart. Throws the dummy. Floats it over the top for Ettinghausen. Ettinghausen will score. It's a try.
Kicking, trying to get it away from Ettinghausen through his hands, and plenty of chases. Betts forces him backwards, but Ettinghausen, brilliant. Magnificent stuff from Ettinghausen.
The green and gold will have a dying shot at it before half-time. Ettinghausen, open field. Kicking ahead. Hancock's coming.
He beats him. Ettinghausen, no, yes!
It's again, and look at the pace. Overcomes Ettinghausen. Can he stop him again? Yes, he...
Cronulla through Green. Out it comes. Healy. Ettinghausen. 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 Can he get a hat-trick? Oh, can he what?
Bit of possession coming their way. Miller, the dummy. Again, he's got through. Ettinghausen and Miller. They've got together at last. Gavin Miller nearly made one on a few moments ago.
Jason Ferris, and now for Mitch Healy. Healy gets it away. Cronulla did.
10 metres outside the corner to Gavin Miller, switches it across the ruck. It's a long pass to Ettinghausen, and he's backed away. Worth's coming at him, and Worth won't get there. It's a brilliant try to Andrew Etiinghausen. Sprinted away, 25 yards to do it.
And it's not the first time they've threatened this. On the State Bank replay, Gavin Miller switches the ball across to Ronnie Quinn. Out to McGaw, who sees that the long ball is on, and brilliantly taken by Andrew Etiinghausen. Gary Worth had moved across to the other side of the field. Originally had to come back.
Before against Souths. Well, believe it or not, that's not the only time in his great career that ET has recorded such a feat. In an incredible coincidence, Ettinghausen also scored 5 tries on the same day, August 27, 5 years earlier.
Sends it out wide. Healy, on it comes to Bell. Bell finds support. Barnett for the line. Barnett inside Ettinghausen. And Ettinghausen opens the scoring for the Sharks under the black dot. Knee from dummy half. Green probing, looking for support. Healy, Ettinghausen in for try number 2. South Sydney. McRae out wide. Ettinghausen toes it ahead. Ettinghausen and Phil giving chase. Ettinghausen again. Ettinghausen gets the bounce. Phil chasing Ettinghausen. Ettinghausen for the corner, and he scores his 3rd. Cronulla again. Oh, knee straight down the centre. Down to the halfway. Knee running away from some support. Stops. Pirouettes. Looks for support. Ettinghausen. Field again's the one giving chase. Won't stop him. That's his 4th ET. Green. Healy. Ettinghausen looking for his 5th, and with strength he gets there.
In the off-season, when 4 top players in Kurt and Dane Sorensen, Roland Beckett and Steve Hardy were poached by the Roosters. However, when the two clubs met for the first time after those defections,
is Cronulla's dashing Andrew Ettinghausen, who often comes to the Sharks' rescue like this day in 1990 when he slipped through the Canberra's guard as the clock wound down.
Miller trying to
The Sharks coming home. Ettinghausen.
Oh, what a try.
Ettinghausen. E.T. A man from outer space has done it. It's underneath the post. Alan Wilson will... Springsby's gone through. Duffy's come across in cover. Got the pass away. Try! Try to Ettinghausen. The Sharks are in. Is that a save?
To move down the touchline, flicks it back inside. Chances time for Magor. He's got the support. Terry Lamb, heading for the line. Oh no, it just gets put down by Langer. Flicks the ball back, gets it to Ettinghausen. Try! Oh boy, that's not a bad one. Terry Lamb has finally sparked this side and got him going. Ettinghausen with a great finish. Now watch this. Lamb with a cutout pass. It goes to Ettinghausen. Ettinghausen really clamps it on now as he skirts the touchline. He flicks it back inside to Magor, his Cronulla partner. He went on to Lamb. Now here he is. Look where Lamb is. Lamb is there. Comes back inside because he's been down by Langer. Flicks it back. Ettinghausen says, thank you, I'll take the ball. They're back where they started 2 tackles ago. Now here's Miller with a little double kick. Maybe a chance. Oh! Try! Right, Ettinghausen. 32-4, so we're on the board. We're on the board. It's taken a long, long time. It took a kick off Miller to do it. A little stab kick. Through they went. Nice chasing there from Ettinghausen and gets New South Wales first points.
Yeah, a bit of combination from Cronulla club there. Ettinghausen read that pretty well. He read Miller's left foot and stayed on side.
Blues played by Harrigan. Swept away for Daly. He kicks ahead. Picked up by McGregor. Gets it back to Daly. Daly for Ettinghausen. Ettinghausen gets a try. Oh, tremendous play. Laurie Daly, Paul McGregor, and Andrew Etiinghausen.
Good look, New South Wales team.
Oh, that could have broken the back of the Queenslanders. I doubt it. Laurie Daly, great piece of individual football. McGregor, beautiful hands on him. Picks it up, gets a lucky pass in there. And E.T., over he goes on the Blues. They've hit the front.
You said that with a modern...
Side to David Fairley. And this crowd cheering every tackle at the moment. Stewart puts it up high. And it's got plenty of height to up they go. Oh, loose ball, bouncing ball. Still bouncing into the ground, and we'll wait and see what's happening.
Football as the ball goes up. I thought it might have been hit forward by a New South Wales player. Yeah, here they go up now. I know it has come back off a Queensland play on Elias Strycer. Dallas, instead of diving on the football, kicked it straight into the arms of E.T.
That he takes it up and there's no one else there. He didn't have a receiver, so he just had to run it.
Andrew Etiinghausen with a fine breakdown. Still going, Ettinghausen downfield. They come to...
Sport! Meninga! He's running out of legs! He finds Ettinghausen! He scores! Andrew gets his 10th try of the tour! Big Mel Meninga gets the intercept! And Andrew Ettinghausen tries for the tour! Andrew Ettinghausen, and look at the big fella, Paul!
Oh, they're pumping the legs. Look at them go. 10 years ago, he would have been under the sticks. Not at 34, and E.T., great effort by him to keep in contact and get down. Always dangerous when a half
Up high, Florimo doesn't muck about, gives it out to Ettinghausen. There's another one coming. This time, tries to turn it in, then goes out. And Menzies gives a short ball. Ettinghausen again with that beautiful touch. Houdini stuffer gets into some space, comes to the fullback, runs around him. The support coming, it's E.T. And Ettinghausen goes in for his 7th try.
to pass out wide, the big dummy, and a ball to Ettinghausen with nobody in front. An 80-metre try to Ettinghausen, a vain attempt by the Sheffield player, Linton Stott, to foot it with the flyer. Beautiful work from Stewart to get in a position to set up his wingman.
Ettinghausen's 3rd try of the game. Walters gets in behind them, raked in by Clyde, and Ettinghausen gets number 11 for the tour. Not an easy ball to take. He feeds it on for Ettinghausen to send Brasher in. Brasher's into some space. Now backing up his Langer. He's tackled Ettinghausen. Oh!
Cronulla with a chance. Green. Ettinghausen. Ettinghausen for the corner.
It's still a Leeds ball. Here's a great break by Ettinghausen. Full back to beat. Kick over the top.
Sedaris into some space. Oh, great pass. Ettinghausen. He'll go for the corner and he makes it. Beautiful work by Jimmy Sedaris.
The pass goes to Lyons. Lyons has Belcher outside him. Belcher taken by Boozer. Inside of a flying Ettinghausen, and Ettinghausen will race away. Magnificent side, Andrew Etiinghausen in full flight. And that's a great try. On Tar, the run around with Valero, but it's been lost, and Elias comes up with it. One-arm pass on the Lions. Australia attacking from their own territory once more. Here goes Meninga. Ettinghausen is inside. Ettinghausen could go all the way. He's still going. Andrew Etiinghausen turns it on, has support there, and Alexander's in for his third try.
Langer, away from Meninga. Now Ettinghausen, and he crosses for the first try. Daly on the run around, makes the extra man. Ettinghausen will go in field. Daly will go in. No, Ettinghausen. He put his hand up. One-on-one, he'll nearly always beat you. Langer's kick, great precision. Ettinghausen, he gets it down and scores his third try. Oh,
Excitement machines to crack the century when Andrew Etiinghausen raced over for this typical try.
There's a break on for the Sharks. Miller, Ettinghausen scores! That is what the crowd has been waiting for.
And paid the penalty. The score, 34-14. Tour was both a tragedy and a triumph.
Second row, Price. Beautiful try from Price. There's the kick infield by Ettinghausen. All onside. The ball's there. Lewis is back and saves the day for Australia. But what a reply from Leeds. A tremendous bust by Gary Price.
Yeah, that was great play, and you can see the pace of Andrew Etiinghausen. I think one of the troubles that Australia are going to have today is the pairing of Ettinghausen and McGaw, who are a great centre pairing.
Well, there's the big bust by the second row forward, and we see the great backing up here, as you mentioned, Gary from Ettinghausen.
Yeah, good play here. He was called it. He had no other option but to kick in field, and nearly brought a try off for the lead side.
Well, you can see the referee waving play on. It was only the Australian skipper, Wally Lewis, who got back and saved the day. Out to Holmes, cuts out Price, got it to Ettinghausen. And E.T., as he's known back home, beats the tackle of Brett Kenny, but it's still a Leeds ball. Here's a great break by Ettinghausen, pull back the beat, kick over the top, but look at the positional play once again of Les Kiss.
Yeah, it's good work, Les Kiss. He's been all over the field today, and for my money, he's right up there with the man of the match.
Ettinghausen was going to shift the ball on. Yeah, it was a nice little bit of an in and away here. You'll see, there he goes, going away, and then just held onto the ball. Just too much pace. And that's number one. Is
Brisbane's territory. Speechley's little chip over the top, and Scott's missed it, and they're picked up by Ettinghausen, and he'll score under the post. His second try of the hour.
Celebrating his 300th first grade game. That is what sport's all about. That's the way this game should have ended.
We said, wouldn't it be great if E.T. could score a try in his 300th game? Graham cuts through. Guess who's backing up on the inside? The great E.T. 300 games. Happy 300th E.T. underneath the goal post.
How good is that? He deserves it, this man.
And you mentioned Graham. What about this? He cuts straight through, shows the ball, shows a fair bit of pace. And E.T., like he's done hundreds of times throughout his career, just accelerates and the smile goes to his face. And he says, there's the 300. Let's celebrate.
Just kick this one. That was Davidson on the inside. That gave Ettinghausen room to move. The replacement player in Teven comes across Craig Teven. He tries to turn and chase, but look at Ettinghausen. Gave him 2 or 3 metres, still beat him to the ball.